Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. My name is Gordy, and since it is still Brain Week, I was just wondering, can you hear colors and can you taste names? Because some people actually do. Me, like and subscribe if you haven't so you can keep up every single day. I do this every single day. It's called Synesthesia. And no, it is not a hallucination or a drug trip. It is just how some people's brains are wired. For people with synesthesia, one sense involuntarily triggers another. The word synesthesia comes from Greek, syn meaning together, and aesthesis meaning sensation or perception. So it literally means joined perception. You hear a violin and you see a flash of purple. You read the number 7 and it's always green. See a yield sign and an image of a lemon pops into your head. It tastes sour. That's one of mine that I had as a kid, more so. The sour yield signs. Full disclosure, as I mentioned up top, I do actually have synesthesia, so if I say your name tastes like the smell of your hands after handling pennies, I'm not trying to be weird, it's just the wiring, but mine mostly manifest most strongly as sound and color, music to color. There are over 60 documented types, though, of synesthesia, but the most common include grapheme color, where letters and numbers appear colored, chromesthesia, where sounds trigger colors or shapes, and lexical gustatory, where certain words produce vivid automatic tastes. One of the strangest variants, though, that I was reading about was mere touch synesthesia, where watching someone else get touched, say like on the arm or something, causes the synesthete to actually feel the same sensation on their own body. Like if you flinch, they flinch. So is this a disorder? Not really. Synesthesia isn't classified as a medical condition or disability. It's more like a perceptual quirk, and most synesthetes don't think anything is unusual until they find out that not everyone thinks that Wednesdays are yellow or that the number 4 has a soft, rounded personality. Many go through childhood thinking everyone else experiences the world the same way. I remember realizing, or the moment that I realized that not all people do it. Like I always color-coded different people, like what color do they fall under. I grouped just my elementary school classes over what color they were, like yellow, they're a blue person. And it's not like it's by like skin color, like racial stuff. It's just by vibe color. Like people's personalities fell under a certain hue. And this isn't one, like, to clarify that like I physically saw. It's not like they like turn blue like the Blue Man Group or something. It's just that they feel blue. It's like my mind's eye felt blue, like in the back, like the shade of blue was permeating through my consciousness. If that sounds less crazy. Scientists think synesthesia is caused by cross-activation between neighboring sensory regions of the brain, like the area responsible for numbers lighting up the nearby area for colors. fMRI studies show increased connectivity in synesthetic brains, and there's growing evidence that it might have a genetic component since it often runs in families. I believe my brother has the music color one as well. It's also been found to show up more often in people with ADHD, autism, and other forms of neurodivergence, as they call it. Not really as a symptom, but more as like a co-occurring trait, possibly because both involve more cross-wired sensory and attention systems. And I am of the ADHD persuasion. Some researchers believe all babies may start out with this kind of neural cross-wiring, and most people prune it away as the brain matures. But for synesthetes, these connections never fully go offline, I got that baby brain. It can also occasionally be triggered later in life through brain injury, seizures, psychedelics, but lifelong synesthesia is the most well-documented type. And no, you can't just train yourself into it. Some people try color, number, memory tricks, but true synesthesia is automatic. It's not a technique. It's like more like a reflex. Some artists and musicians say synesthesia fuels their creativity. Like the painter Vasily Kandinsky, he claimed that he could hear colors and see sounds. Duke Ellington, Pharrell Williams, Lorde, and Billie Eilish have talked about assigning colors to chords and textures to lyrics. And for some musicians, it even helps with perfect pitch, like C sharp just feels blue, and if you hear the wrong color, you know it's off. I don't have any powers like that, to be clear, but I have playlists that are separated by color. That's, I separate my playlist by color, mood. It often corresponds, a color corresponds to a mood or like a feeling. My wife always likes to ask me when I'm listening, like when you hear music playing, she's like, what color is this song? When we're listening to music together. So that's kind of a fun little game. But even if you don't have synesthesia, your brain already does a light version of this all the time. When you describe cheese as sharp or a color as loud, that's cross-sensory metaphor right there, Your brain's mapping one sense onto another just without the full-blown hallucination type thing. So whether your Februaries are green or your name tastes like pencil shaving, synesthesia is a fascinating reminder that your perception of the world isn't universal, it's a remix. Remix. Some people just get that deluxe audio-visual edition. So there you have it. Synesthesia shows us that the brain doesn't just receive the world, it stylizes it. And sometimes your senses don't stay in their own lanes. Thanks to all my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Please give me a comment. Do you have this? Do you experience any of these kind of things? I get a ton of great messages from fellow people with ADHD who are like, oh man, I like what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, I like what I'm doing because I'm just doing what I want to be doing. So yeah, let me know. Are you experiencing anything like this? Let me know in the comments. Rate, like, subscribe. All of that would be really appreciated. Check out my short version at Smartest Year Ever, like the 1-minute version you can find on all social media platforms. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. I will see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.